Hey there everyone, and welcome back to Dark Souls 3. You'll notice I've mixed up my armor set again. We're rolling pretty fashionably now. Got Ferris's hat, assassin armor, Nameless Knight gauntlets, Undead Legion leggings. Last time we defeated the Abyss Watchers, so this time we're going into the Catacombs. Catacombs of Carthus are, well, kind of similar to the Catacombs of Dark Souls 1. We got skeletons. And some of these skeletons will actually reform. Some of them will not, though, and I don't really know what the condition is for some to reform and some not to, but whatever. It's alright. One thing that's kind of funny about these arrow skeletons this time around is that they will actually stab you with the arrows if you get too close, which is kind of amusing. Crunch. Double crunch. Make sure you get enough distance here so you don't get Indiana Jones off the edge. Wow, look at that. There's a lot of drops. Unfortunately, this curved greatsword is not really, like, that great, despite the word great being in its name. There's another weapon in here that's actually really good, but I'm probably not going to be using it. Coming in here is important for a few reasons. First of all, you can come down here and talk to Henri again.
Oh, hello. How very fortunate. Have you seen my companion, Horace? To my shame, I was snared by a trap and we've become separated. I've not been able to find him since. Yes, I see. Horace is a valiant knight. He can look after himself, no question. He's probably searching for me right now, with twice the resolve. If you happen upon him, please tell him that I remained in the catacombs, and I will lay prism stones to guide him, as always. Please send him word, I beg of you. May the flames guide your way.
So Henri's not really doing so great right now. Give me that twinkling. How much do I have? 7? Nah. I'm gonna need more. But if all goes well this time, actually, now that I'm thinking about it, I might be getting my new weapon. Hey guys. I was hoping they would get crunched, but I guess that didn't end up working out. Now, if you played Dark Souls 1, you will recognize that stance that this skeleton just took, and know that you don't want to swing at him while he's in that stance. Oddly enough, it's only the headless ones that you really have to worry about. But yes, you will be parried like a scrub if you swing at them while they're doing that. So my recommendation would be don't. Again, we're going to notice that some of the skeletons will reform and some will not. I have no idea why. If anybody does know, actually, please let me know, because I have no idea. We got some traps in here, of course. And actually, the traps are going to be really more beneficial to us than anything. There's actually an illusory wall right here. And we can get some pyromancy stuff here. Oh, that tracked a little better than I was thinking it would. Okay, these enemies. These guys are hard. Not only do they have these crazy combos, they jump around, they also will attack you from a distance. And yeah, generally very unpleasant enemy to fight. Look at this. I'm using an Estus flask on one enemy. Terrible. The kukri, by the way, is exactly the same as the throwing knife, only it inflicts bleeding damage, so... well, I shouldn't say exactly the same. It also scales with dexterity, which is pretty good. In fact, I have a dagger sticking out of my chest right here. What is that? I think it's just a soul item, so I'm going to let it go. Okay, if you're sick of this rolling ball of bones, there's an easy way to take care of it. You gotta kill the skeleton with the hat. Once he's dead, next time it crashes into this wall here, it will break. And actually, it'll yield a bone shard, so worth doing. Watch out for those guys, they actually throw hexing urns at you. I'm not going to stick around and demonstrate that, you'll just have to take my word for it. Alright, the milk ring. I don't really have a slot for it, so I'll just discuss it instead of putting it on. It is basically your Simpleton's Ring from Dark Souls 2. It's going to increase the your dexterity a tiny bit, but it's also going to obscure your rolling, which is kind of different. Got caught in my own trap there. So the weapon I was talking about that I'm actually kind of interested in is the Carthus curved sword. Not the curved greatsword, though. I don't think I'm spoiling too much when I say that the Murakumo is in this game. It was in the other two Dark Souls games. And maybe in Demon Souls, I don't actually know. Wow, really? Here we go. In fact, I think these guys dropped the Carthus curved sword. It's one of the better items in the game, actually. Oh. It's got a very good bleed effect, a good moveset, and just all in all is a very good weapon. And there it is, actually. Let's see if I can equip it. Probably can. There it is. So it's kind of like your Falchion. It's got that spammable R1. Has a pretty good R2. And then the L2 is actually this neat spinning attack. And as you can see, it's got pretty good range on it. Good damage and good bleed. So yeah, it's definitely a good weapon. Not what I'm going to be switching to, though. I actually thought it would be a really good fit, since it's sort of scimitar-like, for that one armor set that I had, where I had like the mercenary hood or whatever on. Sellsword helm, this thing. I thought it would look pretty good with that setup. Anyways, our bonfire is right here. I mean, we've got plenty of episodes left, so there's a chance I might switch up my weapons, although the weapon I'm really excited about is coming up this time. I think I'm going to have enough time to get it, and that makes me happy. Don't bother trying to get down there. You will not make it. Gotta wait for it to pass again. Rats. Alright, I just want to give you the quick heads up. Do not panic as we come over here. Yes, those are bone wheels. However, the bone wheels in this game are, they're more like the bone wheels from Dark Souls 2, not the ones from Dark Souls 1, so don't expect them to instantly kill your, you know, heavy armored 50 vitality character. No shield, that's a bummer. I have actually gotten the shield once, and it was, well, it worked out as you might imagine it would. So the Carthus blood ring that I just picked up is the companion to the milk ring. I have not used it, and I've heard that it's pointless. Supposedly what it does is it increases your invincibility frames when you roll, but it also increases the amount of damage that you take, so I don't imagine it's probably worth it. What I can tell you is my guess would be it works similarly to how the poise mechanic supposedly works, where your iframes actually refers to how quickly you can roll out of getting hit. So that would be my guess, because I think some people have tested it and not really seen a difference in the number of iframes. I think that's why. We'll go up here really quick. Here are more of those skeleton guys that I hate so much, but a couple items. Oh, he almost hit me through the pillar there, didn't he? My only solace here is that I can sort of spam these guys. Alright, some ashes, and then whatever this is. Large Titanite, yeah. It's R1 spamming. What makes these guys even trickier is that those are not throwing knives, those are kukris, which means that your bleed continues to tick up even when you get at range. Alright, let's go do an NPC invasion then. What is that item? I don't remember. I guess I'll have to go up for that probably. It's probably just like a Titanite shard or something, but oh well. Give me that. Oh, I'm not embered, am I? Well, perfect timing, because here comes an NPC invasion. There we go. He has some familiar looking armor, doesn't he? Yes, that is the Black Iron armor, which is one of my favorite sets in the entire series. However, he's not wielding the Great Sword because, as I mentioned, the Great Sword is... I don't like it as much as I liked it in Dark Souls 1, let's put it that way. But he is instead wielding the Fume Ultra Great Sword, which is perhaps even more imposing. By the way, if you're having trouble with this guy, you can always lure him over into this thing. Alright, let's check out what was up here. I don't really remember what it is. Kill the skeleton with the hat. That'll break the ball of bones. Carthus Rouge, okay. Carthus Rouge is your bleeding serum from Dark Souls 2, essentially. It works wonders when you put it with the... hey there, buddy. When you put it with the Carthus Curved Sword, in fact. Alright, so there have been lots of theories and lots of speculation surrounding this little crab. There's a pretty good video that shows that this crab really does nothing, he just happens to be down here. So, sorry bud. Let's continue on. I gotta keep going because I gotta get to my weapon. See ya. Yes, it certainly is. Can open up a shortcut here, actually. Okay. Never seen that before. I would advise not going across the bridge for a few different reasons. Oh, I missed an item down there, didn't I? Hold on, we'll go back for it. I think it's yellow bug pellet, I think. Yes, maybe? Look at that. Something that's kind of neat. If we look at the item description for the yellow bug pellet, blah blah blah, use it, temporarily increases lightning resistance. The Grave Wardens of Carthus use these to repel a great sandworm. Well, I don't know why that's supposed to be relevant to us, but I actually do. Just checking. Alright, here's Henri again.
Oh, hello. We meet again. Have you seen Horace anywhere?
Nope.
Oh, yes. I see. I've searched high and low, with no luck. Perhaps he's left the catacombs. Oh, Horace. Where have you run off to?
See that down there? Way down there? That's Horace. We'll pay him a visit. Actually, our boss fight is right through there, but we're not going to be doing that yet. First things first, let's run across this precarious bridge. As you do so, that happens. You don't really want to fight like 50 skeletons at the same time, so there's an easy enough solution. And we can now use this as a ladder. This takes us down to a semi-hidden optional area. Oh. I'm going to show you a neat trick on this part. Let's wake up the mimic. Have these two big bads go after one another. See a skeleton? Over here, buddy. And look at how much damage the mimic does. What a boss. Whoa! Look out. Oh, stopped him. Good job. The other way to do this, which is actually how I did it the first time I played this part, is you can get the skeletons to kill him. But anyways, killing the mimic gets us the black blade. It's sort of like the Uchigatana. Take a look at it here. You'll notice the strength scaling is a little bit better. So I would say if you're leaning more towards quality or strength, you probably would go with the black blade over the Uchi. I think the moveset is similar, but the R2 might be different. I could be making that up. And here is how I recommend, if the Mimic isn't there, you deal with the Fire Demon. These skeletons will rip him to shreds, actually. Which is pretty amusing to watch. Some more pyromancy stuff. The Witch's Ring, which of course is a reference to Dark Souls 1, will increase the power of your pyromancies greatly. And here's another bonfire. Alright, let's head on into here. This area, we're going to find bears some striking resemblances to some Dark Souls 1 stuff. In fact, it looks very much like Izalith, but it also looks very much like Ash Lake. And I mean, Smouldering Lake, Ash Lake, you could definitely make a case there. Although we're going to find some stuff that, well, let's put it this way, it made me very sad the first time I saw it. And I'm not just talking about this giant Avalon up there that is up there for some reason. Alright, first things first. Let's head on into this little cave here. We gotta pay a visit to Horus. Twinkling? Twinkling? Thank you. I don't know why I act like I want it to drop. The drops from the lizards are all guaranteed in this game, unlike in 1. And actually the chunk is a good find as well, so I'm happy with that. Oh. Horus, why? Had one too many swings there. Could have gotten another critical attack. Horus is actually one of the easiest NPC fights in the game. He's like super easy. Poor guy though. Drops the Leyland shield. I don't know what the deal is with this shield. If you look at the stats, I mean, it weighs 3. The resistances on it are not all that great. The stability's pretty good. I don't know. It seems like just an okay all-around shield. It'll happen to you too? It might. Well, no time to dwell upon poor Horus's death. We've got to go in and get my new weapon. Eight Twinkling Titanite. I think I have 2. I think I need like 12. But... Now we can go up and turn that thing off later, but for now I'm just going to leave it. This is another part where your sound cues are quite important, so if you're playing, like listening to music or something, you might have a little trouble here. It hits in a steady rhythm, though. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to go over here, though, and we're going to open up this wall. Okay, remember when I was talking about the sandworms a little bit earlier? Well, as it turns out, there's a reason. Oh. Here's the funny thing about this thing, though. It actually has no AI. I mean, imagine if you actually had to fight this thing. That would be terrifying. Instead, it just sort of does this, and the way that you defeat it is... like this. In fact, I could probably adjust my angle a little bit better. How about there? Now we wait. By the way, did you know that the sandworm is actually Solaire? Yeah, look up that lore theory. It's pretty amusing. One more, I think. Alright. Lightning Stake is actually one of the best miracles in the game, so it's worth killing the thing just for that, actually, but... Whoops. Also down here, the Shield of Want, which we will get into in a moment. Whoops. We got an optional boss fight here that is actually pretty tough as the boss fights go. I think I'm going to leave it till a little bit later when I have some more levels. Okay, let's take a look at the Shield of Want then. There it is. You will notice this is actually Vendrick's shield from Dark Souls 2. And what's kind of cool is that they named it the Shield of Want, which is a reference to the Nashandra weapons like the Scythe of Want and the Bow of Want. So it's sort of indicating that it is associated with those, so that's kind of cool. Not only is it a 100% physical damage resist shield that I believe does your weapon art, yeah, it also increases the number of souls that you get per kill. So think of it as a mini Silver Serpent Ring. So for that reason, I actually might just leave it on and switch to it when we kill bosses. You'll notice I can summon the Night Slayer here. And now we're going to go down into another area that might start to look a little bit familiar to you. I think this area might be kind of tricky with my current equipment. Yeah, look at that. I got like no damage here. But it's fine. I'm mostly interested in just running through to get, well, you'll see. Give me that. Ah! I forgot about him. I always forget about him, in fact. These guys with their disco balls and their weird singing. You may notice we've got asylum demons or stray demons, we've got tourist demons, we got capra demons on the ground as corpses. Would you stop? Seriously. Alright. Let's open up this illusory wall. Another one of these guys in here. I want him to kill the Gru, actually, which can happen. There we go. Do it. There we go. Alright, let's get rid of this guy. Was that another Black Knight shield that I just got? It certainly was. Okay. Y'all ready for this? No, seriously though, you all ready for this? Yes! Let's equip this bad boy. This is my current favorite weapon in the game. It works just like you would expect. It has the awesome vertical two-handed R1. and it actually has the same R2 attacks from Dark Souls 1. However, this time around, they come out more quickly, but you can charge them as well, meaning this weapon is an absolute beast. In addition, the weapon art is really, really good. You do this poise move, which will reduce your damage and increase your ability to tank a hit, which means that actually you can use it very strategically to sort of block an attack. And it's all in all just really awesome. Hang on. What are those guys doing down here? Ah yes, we'll get into that in a moment. First of all, we're going to press on further in, but first of all, there is another bonfire in here. Ouch. You'll notice even at base stats and no upgrades, this weapon is already pretty good. It also, because it is a greatsword, gives you some hyper armor on its attack, which is spectacular. And all in all, this weapon is just, when I found it the first time, I was so excited. Although I'm noticing it's actually over-encumbered me. Oof. Love it. Let us take off the Shield of Want, and yeah, that puts me within my weight limit. Oh man, it's so awesome. And this is probably what I'm going to be sticking with for the rest of the run. Does it get any better than that? I don't think it does. Okay, let's light the fire. And actually, we're at about the 30-minute mark now. I think we're going to call it for this time. Let me go back. I'm going to upgrade this baby a little bit. And check out some other stuff. So first things first. Let's go on over to Andre.
Just wasn't it?
Reinfuse this bad boy. Reinfuse? Reinforce this bad boy. +1, +2, and +3. So I need 7 more Twinkling for +4. That's going to be a little bit, but take a look at that damage. 241 base is pretty dang high, and then I got the 63 from the scaling. So that's not bad. What else? I think that might be it.
Pretty be careful.
I will. Give her the Warden's Ashes. That'll get some more stuff, including Horus's armor. Pick it up just for completion's sake. We're gonna have a little fashion show at the end of this, I think. The end of this series, not the end of the episode. Anything else? Not so much.
Ashen.
And can I get some levels?
Very well then taken.
Or A level, I don't remember. Yeah, A level. Let's throw it into strength. Get some extra damage for my weapon.
Farewell, Ashen One. Me.
It's actually a DD, but I think that ends up moving up to a CD at max, so strength is going to be a little bit more useful than dex in that respect. I'm not sure where you're going with that, except I think the Firekeeper sits there, so yeah, that would make sense, I guess. Anyways, thank you guys very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this one. I know I did. I'm excited now, so yeah. I'll see you guys next time. We're going to be wrecking some fools. Till then. Bye-bye.